Okay everybody, this is mooneydashcam. Today we are following the murder of Billy Batts, famous scene in Goodfellas. First location is 114-47 Lefferts Boulevard, which is Robert's Lounge, Jimmy Burkes Club. Second location is 111-16 Queens Boulevard, Forrest Hills, Henry Hills Club, the suite. So we're going to go to Robert's Lounge first. This story includes Billy Batts, which is really his name is William Bentvena, Henry Hill, Jimmy Burke, Tommy DiSimone. So this should be a fun one. Let's flip it around and get into it. Okay, so if you've been watching my channel for a while, you may already know that I have a video on Robert's Lounge, which I'll link in the description. But the sound quality on the video is horrendous, just a warning. But it does have some good information about Robert's Lounge in it, which is where we're going first. So this all started, if you guys have seen Goodfellas, you know already what I'm talking about. But this all started when Billy Batts gets home from prison for a drug charge. He was there for 6 years, and when everyone comes home from prison, they throw a little party for them, you know, which I guess is the right thing to do. So, just like the scene in the movie, Tommy DiSimone shows up and Billy Batts, they say hello to each other, and Billy Batts makes a comment about Tommy's shining shoes. Now, it was like a little friendly joke, but you can't joke around with Tommy DiSimone. He's a ruthless killer, as you guys already know. So he looks at Henry Hill and says, I'm gonna kill that fuck. So he pretty much vows to kill him. Now, Billy Batts is a made man in the Gambino crime family. You can't touch a made guy. You get killed for even, bumping shoulders with one the wrong way. So for him to say he's going to kill him, obviously he's an unhinged guy to begin with, but he knows the consequences, he understands it, and he doesn't care. He's going to do it anyway. Turning onto the block now. Lefferts Boulevard. It'll be on the left. It has a big, outdoor eating area, these COVID eating spots. Because I believe it is a Jamaican place, but I could be wrong. Could be other island food. It doesn't say. Driveway like it's meant to be, like you own the place. Look at that. Look at the perfect park job. So this is the building right here. Now, this wasn't your normal hangout. Jimmy Burke was a ruthless guy. Right here, 114-47. So I guess it's not actually that place. Maybe at one time it was all connected, but I know this exact address is Robert's Lounge. Now, this was not your normal place, like I said. He was a killer. So there were bocce courts in the back that he buried people under. And when they played bocce, they'd be like, hey, this one's for you. Then throw the ball. This was the spot that they shot Spider in the foot and then went on to kill him and made Tommy bury him in the basement under some concrete. Jimmy also collected, I guess bought, stole, and sold stolen goods out of here. Not just your average hangout. Would it be New York without a dead rat, a big dead rat, right outside a food establishment? I mean, that's the real streets right there for you. And then dead rat. So here's the street. This is Lefferts Boulevard. This all went on in the 70s. Late 60s, early 70s. back to the truck. You guys can check out my parking job too. Come on, that's pretty good. That is pretty good, if you ask me. And just so you all know, I did not get my truck washed. That's just the rain that does that. It's still pretty dirty. I guess I'm not the only one that parks bad. You see that guy up on the curb? But alright, I'm gonna speed this next part up on the way to the suite on Queens Boulevard. I'll play you guys the scene of Spider getting shot in the foot and then eventually killing him. Oh, another fun story is Burke got a tip that the FBI was gonna come search that place and look for all the bodies, so he moved all the bodies. And right when the FBI gets there, he's in the basement, just finished, all dirty, laying fresh concrete in the basement because he just dug up Spider's body to get rid of it and he was finishing the floor. So they showed up and he's sitting there all innocent like he's doing nothing. Alright, like I said, I'll speed this up. I'm going to play you guys that scene because it's a good scene.
Why don't you go fuck yourself, Tommy?
I'm in two.
What the fucking world is coming to? How do you like that? How's that, all right?
What's the fucking matter with you?
Okay, we are a couple of minutes away here from the suite. A few things I wanted to mention. Robert's Lounge, maybe the most important thing that has happened there is the planning of the Lufthansa heist. I have a video on that also. I will link that in the description too. In the movie, Goodfellas, Tommy DiSimone gets mad and kills Billy Batts in the same night. That's not exactly how it happened. He gets mad at the comment in Robert's Lounge, and then 2 weeks later catches him again at the suite. Now, for those of you who aren't very familiar with the names, Henry Hill is played by Ray Liotta, Jimmy Burke is played by Robert De Niro, and Tommy DiSimone is played by Joe Pesci in Goodfellas. Just to keep you on track with what we're doing here. Alright, we're gonna around this next corner here. We'll be right in front of the place. So like I said, a couple weeks later, Billy Batts is at Henry's bar, the suite, drinking with Henry and Jimmy Burke. Tommy DiSimone comes in a little bit late, sees that Billy's there, leans over to Henry Hill and goes, "I'll be back in a few minutes with a body bag." Henry knows what that means, of course. So Jimmy sits there, gets Billy a little bit more drunk, nice and loose. And then he's talking to Billy Batts with like his arms on his shoulders type thing. Tommy comes back in and Jimmy tightens up around Billy Batts. So he's holding him. He holds him as Tommy beats him with the butt of a .38 revolver. So pretty much pistol whips him to death in this bar. He just beats him down to the ground with it. Now it's late at night at this point, so they don't think anyone else is in the bar. But they made a mistake. One of the members of their crew is in the bar. His name was Alex. He's in there with his girlfriend. And once he notices that a made man is getting killed in front of him, he wants no part of it. So he starts to get up to try and leave in the middle of them killing Billy Batts. As he's getting up, Jimmy and Tommy both turn to him like they're about to kill him too. In the heat of the moment, they were going to kill anybody. They would have killed him and his girlfriend right there. That's how crazy these two guys were. But Henry kind of settles them down and then grabs Alex and the girlfriend. Ooh, right here, that hibachi spot. We're going to pull over to the left. Yeah, it's a bike lane. I don't want to hear about it. Like I said, Henry grabs them and safely gets them out of the bar and then locks the door so they didn't have to get killed also. So this right here, 11116, was the suite. This is where Billy Batts was beat down with the butt of a gun. And what they thought he was dead. So they bring him outside, put him in the trunk of their car, and now they have to go to Tommy's house to get a shovel. And if you know the movie, they wake up his mother and end up eating breakfast with the mother while the guy's dead in the trunk. They did actually wake up the mother in real life. I don't know if they sat and ate breakfast. That seems kind of crazy. They did wake up the mother. Then they hop back in the car and they're going to go upstate. They're going to bury him at Jimmy Burke's friend has a dog kennel that's upstate. And they're going to bury him on the property of the dog kennel. So I bet a bunch of dogs were buried there. That was probably the reasoning behind it. So they go and bury him there. Of course, nothing goes as planned. 3 months later, the friend the friend sells the dog kennel to developers. And they're going to dig up the area. So Burke tells Hill and Tommy DiSimone to go dig up the body. So they go upstate, they dig up the body, and eventually the body ends up in the trunk of a car in a car crusher in a junkyard in New Jersey. But yeah, right here, you can imagine Queens Boulevard, my truck. Like, these gangsters really walk this street. One more wide shot of this, and we'll get back in the truck. Now, Henry, when he bought this place, when he kind of took this place, he did not want it to be a mob hangout, but it quickly turned into a mob hangout, like everything does. I forget if I mentioned the date or not. The date was June 11th, 1970 that this all went down. And that is pretty much everything I have to tell you about Billy Bats getting killed. Now, they killed a MAID member, so they did pay for that in their individual ways. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I come home and I want what I gotta get. I got fucking mouths to feed. Understand? Yeah.